Well, I'd like to first thank you for allowing me to be your acting senior pastor here at Our Savior's Way. My name is Pastor Tyson Laboon, and I appreciate all of your encouragement and support. This year has been a year full of change, from Pastor Mann retiring to the coronavirus pandemic that has forced us to close the building, to the brief time that Pastor Ramey was here unable to begin his interim ministry, to the reopening of our school and now our Tiger teams, bringing us forward into the future. While we might not be able to meet in our building right now, we are still a church in ministry. Our ministry continues through the hearts and minds, the hands and feet of faithful people like yourselves. I'm sure this might bring to mind many questions that you've had about our church building. I wanted to take this time to fill you in, as the leadership and the staff at Our Savior's Way has been very active during this time as well. Our congregational president, Heather Novak, shared in her letter to the congregation dated June the 1st that the Tiger teams have been appointed to help respond to the changes and help address some of the goals that were previously set by the Mission and Ministry Servant Leaders Group. While some of these Tiger teams are forming right now, one has already been formed and successfully completed its work. I appreciate this team's quick and decisive work of reassigning staff offices so that when the staff returns to the building, at least temporarily, they might be in offices that allow for social distancing. While our ministry has never closed and has been in full operation, if you come to the building today, you will be unable to enter as it is still officially closed, even though there might be cars in our parking lot. Signs have been posted at all the entrances that clearly state if you are a high-risk individual, you're not to enter the church building. These signs have been posted for our volunteers who come in to record our worship services and the minimal staff who have continued to work out of the building, providing for essential cleaning and performing basic maintenance. These restrictions will continue to remain in force as we continue to deal with the effects of COVID-19. We want everyone to be safe in our church and school, that is our Open Arms Christian Child Development Center. Now, as I said, you might have heard about the school temporarily shutting down for a time due to the lack of children attending. This is true. However, after securing a short-term government grant and through several surveys which went out to parents, along with new, stricter state child care guidelines, our school has reopened once again. These strict guidelines have meant that we have to segment our building. While parents aren't allowed into areas where there are classrooms, teachers and students are in classrooms in the old and new wings of our building. Others, separated by fire doors, are operating under more lenient guidelines, and all have been instructed to use certain entrances for different parts of our building. Another team that you are probably more interested in is our Reopening Tiger team. While the Mission and Ministry Servant Leaders Group will decide when to reopen officially, this team is working as quickly as it can to safely and methodically make a recommendation to the board as to when and how to reopen our campus, especially as it comes to our worship services. We have heard the anxious cries of congregational members who want to reopen as soon as possible, to have communion service even if it doesn't include singing. We've also heard the anxious cries of congregational members who want to delay the reopening as long as possible to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Reopening only to find we need to close once again certainly isn't something that we want. And so by making a methodical approach, this team has gathered information from other area churches about their reopenings this past Sunday so that they might use those lessons learned and apply them here at Our Savior's Way. Among the many things discussed has been a video of a mock worship service so that you might better understand the safety measures that are being put in place to prevent the spread of the virus here at our church. We do want people to come back and worship in our beautiful building, and more information will be forthcoming from the Mission and Ministry Servant Leaders group. So as they say, please stay tuned for more information. You know, Our Savior's Way is fulfilling its mission even today. People are continuing to reach out to check on one another. Our prayer chain and our 24/7 prayer vigil is continuing. We are helping people through our benevolence funds. Small groups are meeting online. Our Stephen ministry is going strong, and our missionaries are still being supported. In fact, be looking for some upcoming videos from our missionaries in the coming weeks. I want to thank you again for your continued support and patience as we move forward in this year full of change. Together, we are fulfilling our mission at Our Savior's Way, which is to glorify God and make disciples for Jesus by forming relationships, experiencing Jesus together, and sharing God's love. Thanks for watching.